Alright, so I know this is out of the norm for my type of content. I don't typically cover drama at all, but this is something I'm personally passionate about, and I just kind of wanted to voice my support. If you haven't already heard, Visa and Mastercard, they have attempted to, well, not attempted to, they did pressure Steam into removing multiple games off their site. Now, what I will mention is that the games are, from what I've heard, pretty graphic. Certain naughty games involving, keeping it in the family, or, stuff along that sort, have been removed. And while I don't really support those games, I find that a little weird. My issue is that a card payment processor company is the one to force us this. That's not their job. And from what I've heard, it is the act of a feminist group in Australia lobbying both Visa and Mastercard to order Steam. Hold on one sec. Sorry about that. As I was saying, oh yes, it's the act of a feminist group from lobbying both Visa and Mastercard into removing it off Steam. That's not Visa, nor is it Mastercard's job to do so, and I don't support it at all. The censorship is never the answer. What I've heard a quote about it. It would be the act of telling an adult he can't eat steak because kids can't chew it. And while I agree that these NSFW games aren't, due to the graphic nature of the relationships with family, I don't support them, but I don't think it's Visa nor is it Mastercard's job to tell us what we can and cannot do. Us adults should not be told by some company that has no part in it that we can or cannot spend our money on it. I find that absurd. And it sets a very dangerous precedent, because where does it end? Next, they're going to censor violence. Maybe they'll take down my channel for profanity and dark humor. You know, not happening. So, what I will say is I very much urge you guys to support the change.org petition to have them not be able to do this shit. I'll link it in the description. I highly recommend you voice your support if you're like me and you don't want either of them telling us what we can fucking spend our money on. You know, it's not their job. They should not have that kind of power. I highly recommend you check out the change.org petition below. And if you want to learn more about it, I will go ahead and put in like Moist Critical's video on it. I highly recommend you watch that one. I feel like he goes more in depth than I do on it. So that's really all I wanted to mention. It's absurd. We cannot let them do this. And I just highly urge you to fill out the change.org petition. Let's tell them no. Where's the line end? And I think we should make it end here. We should not let them have this much power. And if we do nothing, it may set a limit, or lack thereof, allowing them to just do whatever the hell they want. They can't have that kind of power. I am in very much deep support for limiting companies like this.